Alrighty, now when it comes to the Wim Hof method, discipline is required. But don't worry if watching this you think, I don't have any discipline. You will find it, so long as you stay the course. Alrighty, there's no doubt about it. If you are doing the Wim Hof method, discipline is required. Now, if you're watching this and you're new to the Wim Hof method, and you think you don't have any discipline, don't worry, you can find it, you can develop it, you can build what is required, so long as you stay the course. That's the key here, because there will be many out there. In fact, I would say over 60-70% of people, I'm picking random numbers there, but just to give you an idea, because I think 60 to 70 plus people will try the Wim Hof method, see the benefits, and then give up. In other words, they will experience some of the benefits early on, they'll get excited about it, and then like a blackbird that likes shiny things, they'll move on to the next thing. This is what we do now. This is human nature, unfortunately, in today's society. We have no patience, we don't stay the course, we don't commit to things. And I'm not, by the way, denigrating others that do that, because I was one of them. But what I found was that when I was able to push myself to stay the course with the Wim Hof method, develop a discipline behind it, that in developing one discipline in one thing, you'll find that that discipline will spill over into other areas of your life. So let's look at some tricks. So just here behind me, by the way, are one of the many entrances into the old mines that sit below this hill in Box. And I've been down them. There's a good 73 miles down there of passageways, some of which lead to what used to be a secret nuclear bunker called Copenhagen. Look it up. Very interesting, very exciting. Some people have actually managed to find a way in there. It was the place that the royal family, the government, were all going to head to should there have been a nuclear disaster. So let's get back to that discipline, shall we? Let's stop digressing. When it comes to discipline, I think with anything that's good for you in life, it requires discipline. It requires daily positive action. You know, when you look at yoga practices, when you look at exercise in general, when you look at learning any particular skill, unless you apply yourself daily, you're never going to reach the good bits. The bits that really propel your life forward, that allow you to excel at the thing that you're doing. And when it comes to the Wim Hof method, especially as now we're going to be approaching autumn and then winter, this is when people give up. And it's such a shame, because this is where the real benefits start to kick in. It's very easy to have cold showers in the summer, isn't it? It's very easy to do what I do and have cold showers using the garden hose in the summer. But if you can continue doing that into the winter, that's where all the benefits start to materialize. And so here's some really good tricks for developing that discipline. Now, first off, when you wake up, get out of bed and immediately make your bed. This is called task completion. Such a simple thing to describe, I know, but it really works. So if you imagine your brain is an amazing machine, as we know, and it is capable of doing so many more things, most of which you're not aware of. The amount of information it consumes every second is enormous, and most of the time it's your subconscious brain that's doing all the work. Now, simply playing with the mind in a fashion where you're completing a simple task actually moves your mind on to the next step. So what it does is, let's say you wake up, and like we all do, we have this detritus that accrues in our brain of all the things that we should be doing, haven't done, are worried about, concerned about. Just doing one simple task, such as making your bed, allows your brain to move to the next step. It's almost like if you can imagine a big green tick appearing inside your memory, or inside your brain. You've completed a task, you can move on to the next one. And that next one could be anything, could be, something hopefully a little bit more important. But task completion is really simple. Once you've done that, get out of your bed, get on the floor and start practicing some simple yoga moves. Now, Wim Hof will teach you some of those moves. I personally prefer to do the 5 Tibetan rites because they work your whole body. And there's a video in my YouTube channel. And once I do the yoga routine, automatically, because of the breathing involved in yoga, you're already kind of setting yourself up for the next stage, and the next stage being the breath work, the Wim Hof breath work. There's a real reason why yoga works. And yes, it works on the flexibility of your body. It warms you up in the morning, gets the blood flowing around. But one of the biggest things that it does is incorporates breath work. Very simple. You move, you breathe into each move. So for me, this works brilliantly. And there ends another task. In other words, I complete some simple yoga moves. It doesn't take me very long, 15, 20 minutes, and I'm ready for the next task. The next task in my mind is the breath work, the Wim Hof breath work. And as I say, you've already warmed up your lungs now, ready to do the Wim Hof breathing. So then complete the Wim Hof breathing. Don't be too concerned. If you've been doing it for a while, there will be some people watching this video, I hope, that have been doing the Wim Hof method for a while. And that's brilliant, good for you. You stay the course. If you've lasted beyond 2 months, you can continue. Discipline is required, like I say. So don't worry if all you do one morning is 1 round. It doesn't make any difference. Don't be obsessed by the idea that you must do 3 rounds, 4 rounds, whatever. You will still gain, you'll get the benefits. Be flexible in your thinking. This is what I've certainly learned. When it comes to anything in life, be it your diet, your exercise, you're far better off to be flexible in your thinking and your methodology between applying that into your life. Because if you look at athletes, for example, if you look at cyclists, for example, especially those that fall into the Lycra brigade of the 40s and 50s like me, if you're not careful, that daily discipline required in cycling, let's say you have a goal to do a 100-mile race or whatever, unless you apply some flexibility, and what I don't mean doing mobility, although you should do that, and I don't mean trying to get your body flexible, though you should be. What I mean is flexibility in your thinking, because if you do the same cycle ride into work every day, and during that you start doing some speed sessions, whatever, if all you're doing is working your quads and other parts of your legs, you will at some point suffer the consequences. So this flexibility in thinking is very much a case of mixing it up. And I've said this before in my videos, you should apply this mentality and methodology to everything in life. Mix it up when it comes to your diet, when it comes to exercise, when it comes to moving around, when it comes to your journey to work. Don't take the same journey to work. And the reason why I say that is because when you create the same routine, your brain almost relaxes. And in some respects that's good, but actually you want to keep challenging it. So take a different route. So whilst my normal routine is to wake up, make the bed, do my yoga, do my Wim Hof breathing, do my cold shower, have a black coffee, etc., sometimes I mix that up. I do them in different order. Create that morning routine that instills the discipline. So there we are. Discipline is key. I hope that helps. Do fire questions. I pretty much answer everyone that I find. I love the energy that I get from people watching these videos. I love the comments. I love reading them. They do make me feel good in the morning. There's a reason, by the way, for you folk out there that have yet to create a YouTube channel but have been thinking about it. Start doing the Wim Hof Method. Start building discipline into your life. You will probably at some stage be ready then to do your YouTube channel. And when you do your YouTube channel, it's not just about this. You'll find there's so much more that starts coming to you. Anyway, Evolution of Dave signing off. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.